This royal fanatic who camps out day and night for special events has been dubbed Union Jack Man by the Queen and claims to have met her more than 100 times. Devoted Terry Hutt, 82, has spent decades traveling to Buckingham Palace and other royal residences to wait outside and meet the Windsors. Such is his dedication. Kate and William even sent him a cake on his 80th birthday, which coincided with Prince George turning to Terry Hutt, 82, pictured in his royal room at his house in Weston-Super-Mare, Somerset. Mr. Hutt giving flowers to the Queen, who he says he has met more than 100 times on his 80th birthday, which coincided with George festivities. William and Kate sent him the cake. Terry Hutt camping outside Westminster Abbey in London today for Kate and William's wedding left and on the Queen Mother's 101st birthday. Right, Mr. Hutt meeting the Queen Mother, who he had first encountered when he was 4, starting his royal obsession. His obsession was sparked when he was 4 after he met the Queen Mother, when went on a walkabout during the Blitz. Terry has since written hundreds of letters and cards to old and young heirs to discuss royal affairs, say get well soon or congratulate them on weddings and births. He regularly sends gifts to the royals, including a toy dog wearing a Union Jack for Prince George. Terry stands outside Buck House in all weathers and is known to the Queen as Union Jack Man because of his red, white and blue suit. He's always at the front of the queues outside the Queen's house and she always makes a point of saying hello when she talks to the crowd. Terry could claim to have met HRH more times than any other member of the public, and hopes to one day pour her a cup. Mr. Hutt camped on a bench outside Windsor Castle in 2002 as he waited to pay his final respects to the Queen Mother outside of the Lindo wing at St. Mary's Hospital, London. Before the birth of Princess Charlotte, his framed picture of him and the Queen is one of his most treasured possessions. The grandfather first camped on the street in 1978 and is preparing to do so once more for the anniversary of Princess Diana's death next month. His home in Weston-Super-Mare in Somerset is crammed full of royal memorabilia including pictures, newspapers, cuttings and flags. Retired carpenter Terry said, "I've never been to the tea party they throw for pensioners, but I'd like to be there and pour the Queen a cup of tea." Kate Middleton poured me a cup once. "The Queen calls me Union Jack Man. She usually gets out of her car and makes a point of speaking to me." Heart surgery forced Terry into early retirement and he found himself wanting to learn more about the royal family. He said, "I had more spare time than before, so I decided to go and have a look. I met the Queen for the first time when I was 58. I'd just retired and I decided I wanted to see what was going on, so I went to Clarence's house." Terry says Diana was his favorite member of the royal family and after her death he spent a week camped outside Buckingham Palace helping to clear away bouquets, climbing the gates outside Buckingham Palace at lift and sat outside the same venue on a different occasion. Right, Terry says Diana was his favorite member of the royal family and after her death he spent a week camped outside Buckingham Palace helping to clear away bouquets. He proudly recalls how his late father took Diana around London in a horse-drawn cart pulled by his pony, Snowball. Terry's fascination with the royal family was sparked ages for when he met the Queen Mother on a walkabout to reassure bombed-out Londoners. Years later he met her once more and was delighted when she took an interest in his memories of the first time they met during the Blitz. Terry has an entire room dedicated to his obsession, with placards he made and photographs of the royals on the walls. Terry said, "I was dressed up in one of these outfits and I told her Westminster before when I was 4 years old. She wanted to know where it was and when it was. Then she invited me to come to her birthday parties. Next year when she was alive I went to her birthday parties." He said, "A few days before any royal event I go and do my homework. Royalists from all over the world keep in contact and they want to know where I am going to be, so we work it so that we try and keep together. I make sure I know where I am going to stand and I take supplies for the week, the ground sheet, tent and food." When the Queen Mother broke her collarbone, Terry sent her a pink rose to cheer her up. Born in North London, Terry will only buy his distinctive Union Jack hats in Camden Market and always haggles traders down from a tenner when camping on the streets. He uses his oldest hat as a nightcap to keep his head warm and he always takes a flask of tea and some sandwiches. Terry has an entire room dedicated to his obsession, with placards he made and photographs of the royals on the walls. A pair of Union Jack glasses, a small model of the Queen and a mug of Kate and William can be seen here. This white and blue hat has various badges of the Union Jack and members of the royal family pinned on it. Mr. Hutt, when he was 4 years old, left and in more recent times before Prince George's birthright it had to be stored in a caravan when he moved house. due to the quantity of letters, newspaper cuttings, framed photographs and souvenirs. Every year he visits the Diana Memorial to pay his respects, and has already written to Kensington Palace to camp outside with other royalists. This year they have clubbed together to buy a floral garland to be placed at the gates. Terry has amassed friends from around the world through his hobby, and as well as his suit, a gift from Holland. He was given an umbrella hat by a Canadian fan. Tourists always want to snap photos with him, and Terry cheerfully obliges. He is counting down to August 31st when he will dress up in his outfit and pay tribute to Diana. He said, Prince Harry's wedding could be the next big event, or it could be another baby. When Diana married Prince Charles in 1981, Terry took his wife Joy and children David and Tracy. Watch the ceremony, he said. I want to get to 100, so I get a birthday card from the palace. You have got to think positively.